Welcome everyone to the second take. I'm your host Jay, and let's just dive right into this. So I wanted to wait a couple days before I made a video, but Loki, the Disney Plus series, has finally had its first episode come out, and I wanted to discuss it. I wanted to talk about how cool it was, how fun it was, how kind of similar and different vibes it's got to the other two Disney Plus TV series, WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I think this one stands alone, and I genuinely think this is going to be the best one, and that's tough because the other two series were absolutely fantastic. So if you haven't seen it, go watch the first episode of Loki on Disney Plus and then come back and watch this video. Something interesting that I was just thinking about was that I really think there's parallels to be drawn between the success of the bizarre nature in which Thor Ragnarok was pulled off and how Thor was essentially taken from everything he knew and put in a place that he was powerless, stripped of everything that made him, decent and have dignity, and then put into a completely polar opposite world where he's not really sure where he's at and how to get out of there. And it's kind of this very vague mystical powers and beings are in control of everything, and not really everything is making sense. And there's also a lot of dark stuff that's being clearly swept under the rug that no one's talking about. I just think there's a lot of interesting parallels between the two because the Loki TV series genuinely seems very inspired by Thor Ragnarok, and almost in lieu of giving Loki his own Ragnarok adventure, if that makes any sense. Major spoilers for the first episode follow, but honestly, I am just so excited that this show is finally out because it finally feels like we get a view into Loki's subconscious a little bit into his psyche, a little bit into what makes him tick. And I think that was the whole concept that was going on. So let me just back up really quick. So basically, after the events of Avengers Endgame, the Avengers kind of put Loki in a position where he steals the Tesseract and escapes, and then that's right when the Loki TV series starts, is the moment that he escapes from the Avengers, which would technically be Avengers 1 in 2012. He escapes to, it appears, the Mongolian desert and is apprehended by what they call themselves the TVA. So it is such an interesting concept that basically Loki has been taken by this agency which declares themselves the protector of the sacred timeline, and also you have Owen Wilson come in as Mobius and have him trying to kind of dissect Loki and figure out what makes Loki do the things he does. And I think there's some really beautiful moments between these two characters that are so subtle, but it shows just how well these two actors have really crafted themselves and positioned themselves in these roles, because the acting is phenomenal. I guarantee that Tom Hiddleston is going to win awards out the wazoo for this performance because it is brilliant, and only the first episode has come out, and you already have so much history with the character Loki, but you also don't know what's going to happen next because, like those of us that have watched the episode know, there is going to be an incredible amount of probably very confusing time travel back and forth. Who knows if there's going to be a lot of reaching other points in Loki's history that kind of touch with the Avengers. Who knows if we're going to get any cameos. That could be really cool, but there hasn't really been any speculation on that so far. But the whole point where things changed was when Loki witnessed his destiny to be essentially backstabbing Thor again, only for Thor to forgive him, only to backstab Thor again, only for Thor to finally accept him when he does finally do the right thing and come and save the Asgardians, only for him to get killed by Thanos. So I think in those moments, Loki decides, if I can't change these things, I'm going to manipulate and work my way so that I am running the TVA. Because I think that moment where he realized when he was in the office space where they were putting all of the special items for booking and whatever, and someone makes this off-put comment about the Infinity Stones being paperweights, and I think in that moment he realized this place, whatever it is the most powerful thing to exist. Because if he is a god among men, and he is literally constantly being able to get away with whatever he does, this is the first thing that's been able to stop him, and he's fascinated by it. So I have this feeling that we're going to see that Loki partners up with Mobius and starts, hunting down the other Loki, quote unquote, that's destroying the other timelines and killing all of these TVA agents. But I think that you're also going to see Loki kind of sneak his way into being in charge of the TVA by the end, and somehow more or less maybe even replacing Owen Wilson's character. I don't know. I've got some wild theories about this show, but I'm more than anything just excited because it's a Loki show. I would say it's arguably what fans have been waiting the longest for, is some sort of focus on Tom Hiddleston's Loki, because he's kind of always been this background villain that's been brilliant in the roles that he's involved in, and then he goes away for a little bit, then comes back and he's brilliant, and he goes away for a little bit and he comes back, but he's never been the focus entirely. So this is fascinating, and I think there are so many really cool gags that they did in the show that they're going to redo, like the collar kind of resetting time, and Loki, going back into that position all the time with people pressing the button, and then him stealing it and putting the collar on the guard, and that whole thing, that was hilarious. I think there's so much potential with this show, and I think there's so much that we don't even know what to expect quite yet, and I'm more than excited to find out. What did you guys think of the Loki pilot episode? What was your favorite part, and also what was your favorite running joke? I honestly thought the fish joke was the funniest thing in the entire episode. It just made me crack up laughing like no other joke did, so that personally was mine. But I'm curious to hear what you guys think, so post a comment below and let me know. And as always, thank you for watching. If you want to see more content like this, check out the channel below. Stay safe. Take care.